Welcome back to part two, actually part three. I'm really sorry that I split part one and part two like in mid-sentence, but my littlest dog decided she was going to be part of the show. So I had to delete her obnoxious, very loud, very abrupt barking. So all right, this is part three. This is where we get to the good stuff. So I gave you the broad overview of the chakras, their locations, what they mean, what they are, their spin rate, what to look for. And I hope that that really opened your awareness, because and take this with you, like write this down in your journal, and you're going to need a journal today. So if you don't have one or you haven't gotten one out yet from the other two videos, please get your journal out and be ready to take some pretty heavy notes. But you also have these in there, so in the guide section. So I hope you utilize them, and I hope you listen to them more than once. But take this little bit with you. As you broaden your awareness, more possibilities and opportunities will come your way. As you broaden your awareness, so think about when you were 7. You weren't aware of a lot of things. And because you weren't aware of a lot of things, you were very limited with your ability to do certain activities or certain things or think a certain way. And it wasn't until here's a perfect example. My stepdad, who when I was growing up, and he still is, he's a vegetarian. And my whole mom's side of the family is all Sicilian. And we used to have spaghetti all the time as one of our main dishes, and it was always a vegetarian spaghetti, so he could eat with us. I never knew that you could or even should add meat to the sauce until I was probably 15 years old, and I went to a friend's house and their parents made us spaghetti. And I'm like, whoa, there's like meat in here, like that makes a big difference. I had no idea, but it was something that entered into my awareness now I have a choice. I can have vegetarian spaghetti, which is what I grew up with, or I could have spaghetti, and I could have meat in my spaghetti sauce. So it gives you a choice. So what I want to really have emphasized here is that with this class and with all of my teachings is that I am broadening your awareness, which gives you choices, which open the possibility, which gives you opportunities. Because when I was younger and I was in really unhealthy relationships, that I didn't know that it was going to be any different. I didn't know that I could be in a healthy, loving, supportive relationship. And it wasn't until I started getting into this energy work that it showed itself to me. So I want to really emphasize that, because I think it's extremely important to understand as we move forward, is to just know that your awareness is only this big ever. And then as it gets bigger, there's more opportunities. And it just really takes your life to a whole new level. And that's what I want to do. So one of the very first things we're going to talk about in this video is how to identify which chakras are blocked. Now, in the last couple of videos, I talked about how you could feel into them and you could see them. So you look in and see the health, the current state and the current energy health of your chakra. And I think that not only is that extremely important, but it gives you a very clear assessment of the current state of your chakras. Because, like I said in the other video, if you're looking at your outside world and you're seeing things differently, you're seeing that these certain things are showing up and your life is showing up a certain way, is that you go, okay, wait, my relationships or my decision-making or my health is in a certain way and I want to change that, is not to go out there in the world to change it, which is what we do. We go out into the world and we try to force and push and jumble things around and manipulate the material world that's already present. I'm going to drag my butt to the gym every single morning at 5:30 to go to the gym to work out, to get thinner. When instead I say, go inward to change your outside expression, to change your outside. Everything that's showing up outside of you is past. It is in the past. It is past creation. It's already created. So in order to change things, in order to change the energy, we have to work with the energy. We have to have energy influence energy instead of matter influencing matter. I think that is very, very important to make note. So first of all, we need to find out and we need to look at our life and go, what's not working? What part of my life is not working? My relationships, my health, or my career, and that includes your finances. What's not working? And if you're anxious, if you're depressed, if you have physical issues, then it's your health. What's not working? Then you're going to identify which chakra that's associated with, which specific chakra. And we're going to talk about that today. So, for example, I don't have enough money in my life. That's your root chakra. I have no fun in my life, or my intimate relationships are terrible. That's your sacral. I can't make decisions. I can't take action. I can't focus. And focusing, remember what I said about your willpower is just literally this, to move from this point of focus to this point of focus. And that's it. It's only that long. It is not a long-term thing. The ability to keep your focus there for long periods of time is a concentration and focus. And I have a podcast episode called The Art of Concentration. And I would suggest listening to that if you have a hard time focusing on things. It is very, 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 very powerful stuff. And it is, like I said, my foundation and my teachings is all about simple yet powerful. Big movements with little strides. Can't make a decision. Solar plexus. Relationship issues. That's relationship with yourself. If you don't have self-love, if your relationships are terrible, look at yourself first. How much do you love yourself? You can only love others to the depth in which you love yourself. Write that down if you have relationship issues. No one listens to you. You don't communicate very well. You don't set boundaries. You're too loud. You're too interruptive. You're too quiet. You're too shy. You don't express your truth. That's the throat chakra. You can't see your purpose. You can't visualize. You can't meditate. You can't stay focused on the one thing. You can't see a new future. You can't see possibilities. That is a closed third eye. Or you want to become more intuitive. Opening your third eye is definitely going to help with that. And if you're suffering from depression, that is your crown chakra. If you do not feel a spiritual connection to anything outside of you, that, my friend, is your crown chakra. So now, if you can just take just a second in your journal, write down, okay, of those things that are happening in my life, which one of those areas do I need to focus on based on this slide right here? And I say, okay, let's just take it through and let's go. My relationships are not so great. So Jen said that's my relationship with myself. Once you know that, now we're going to talk about how we can start to bring some clarity, but also cleaning and balancing that chakra based on what you know that's happening in the physical world. Because your energy, your chakras, your energy, your attitude, your behavior, your conversation with yourself, your emotional state, your like general emotional state is what is being projected out into the world. Projected out into the world that is creating your reality. It is all the inside stuff that is getting puked out onto the world in front of you. And that is creating your reality. So with these, I have broken them down into 3 categories. The physical action, because we always want to move, right? We always want to do things. We always want to engage with the 3D world, with our physical senses. So I've included some of those. This is about taking action out in the world. The spiritual work is you're doing a combination of both. You are working in the physical, but you're also going into it. You're going into your energy world. So like incense, candles, essential oils, chakra stones, where you are, I'll get into the examples, but when you're engaging with something physical, you're engaging your 5 senses, but you're still going inward. Your introspection is still being heightened. The next is energy work. This is my favorite, and this is where I want to say that I'm an expert as a coach to helping to remove those blocks. If you have gone through something horrible, terrible, traumatic in your past experience in your like a childhood, I can help you to remove that block, and it is like it's gone forever. You don't feel it anymore. It doesn't mean that it didn't exist. It doesn't mean that it didn't happen, but you are no longer triggered by it. No longer triggered by it. I have this unique way to guide you through this really internal state that creates a way for you to release that block. And you are highly involved. And it is extremely powerful. It has happened to me. I started learning about this in 2013, and I started developing my own way to do this was in 2019. And it is the most powerful I've ever experienced. I love that we can go through it one time and it's gone. So those of you that are suffering from anxiety, depression, physical pain that you've been dealing with for a long time, you're in therapy for 35 years, you are taking medication that you're practically living on and killing your liver with those medicines that are synthetic and chemicals in your body. I am telling you that the way that this works is by far the most amazing practice I have ever done. And it is one time and it's over. One time and it's gone. One time and you have full rotation of your shoulder. One time and the traumatic event back then that is triggering you for future relationships is gone. That's how powerful this is. That's what my 25 years of experience has brought me to. So I will go into a little bit of the energy work, but if this is something that you're interested, if you're watching this video and you're like, holy crap, I want to deal with that because I've been in therapy for 37 years and it's not working. I've been on medication for 15 years and it's not working. You call me, right? You let me know. You send a comment, you send an email, you check out my Facebook group, you make a comment below this video that you're seeing, whether you're seeing this on YouTube or whether you're seeing this in my Chakras for Beginners group, you come and find me and let me know, and you join my Rise Up group coaching program. That's where it's at. That is where we're going. So let's keep moving. These are the physical ways to unblock the chakras. These are the fun things. This is where we started. We started with the moving the body. So this is like yoga, getting outside, moving. So we're going to talk about each chakra at once. So take some notes, especially if you have deciphered which ailment you are working on and which chakra it's associated with. And this is going to help you to start bringing your awareness. This is where we're going to start. This is where your journey starts if you've not done any of this work before. So the root chakra, these are some ideas to help you to understand the relationship between you, your energy, the root chakra, and Mother Earth. So getting out in nature, walking in the forest, walking barefoot in your backyard, getting in the sand, digging in the dirt, being a part of nature. So planting, dealing with flowers and trees and shrubs, being a part of nature, anything to do with rocks and sand and soil and grass and bark and trees, anything that Mother Nature gives you. Starting a garden, even if it's a flower garden, something really simple, something that doesn't take a lot of time and energy if you don't like gardening, is an awesome, amazing way to really become one with Mother Earth. It is such a beautiful experience to till the soil, plant the seeds, water it, have the sun shine on it, and watch basically the fruits of your labor come to fruition right there before your eyes. It is a wonderful, beautiful way to get centered and grounded and to become one with Mother Earth, and it's a beautiful experience. So I highly, highly recommend it. I recommend it anyway, but I highly recommend it if you at all are dealing with any kind of root chakra issues. If you don't feel safe on the planet, if you don't feel like you belong here, if you're dealing with financial issues, if you're dealing with anxiety or depression, all of these will definitely help you to bring balance to that chakra. Okay, now moving on to the sacral chakra. So as we continue on, we are moving up the line just below the belly button. If you're working towards healing, like I said, you're going to start from the root chakra and go up. If you're working on manifesting, you're going to start from the crown chakra and go down because you're trying to take something that is up in the energy world and bring it down into the physical world so you can experience it. When you're healing, you are working with the physical world and moving up to create something new. So it's got a different move to it. It's got a little bit different area of focus. So the sacral chakra, the element of the sacral chakra is water. And so being around water, drinking water, getting in the water, going for a swim, sitting by the river, all of these are going to help you to balance that chakra. In my Life Mastery Decoded for Women podcast, I have a sacral chakra guided walkthrough, and I love it. It's quite amazing. I made a couple of bullet points and then I hit record and I started going, and it just spun out this really beautiful guided meditation. And if you want to check it out, go to any platform that has podcasts. Spotify is a pretty popular one, or Apple Podcast, and type in Life Mastery Decoded for Women. And then when you can search within that podcast is to type in the sacral chakra. and listen to that one. So that will definitely help you too. Sitting by the river, drinking more water. And then the yoga poses are butterfly, happy baby pose. You can look those up on Google. Or the yoga poses for the root is cobra and down dog. All of these are going to help you to start moving the energy of the chakras in the physical way. The element for the solar plexus is the sun or fire. So getting out in the sunshine. And if you're in a state right now, because I'm recording this in January, if you're in a state right now where there's not a lot of sunshine, lighting a candle, sitting by the campfire, deep belly breaths, those are all in that deep part of the diaphragm, slowing the breathing down, pushing that energy into that chakra. Again, taking that assessment of what the solar plexus is doing, and then really getting in there and working that energy. The heart chakra, this is all about your relationships. This is all about your connections with others. So doing things with people that you love, playing with your children or other people's children, cuddling with your pet, volunteering, giving yourself. These are the higher level emotions of gratitude, joy, love, happiness, connection. So finding activities that help you to get into that state and that frame of mind. Another really, really good, again, in the physical is just opening your heart, opening your body up like that, bringing your arms out, opening your chest. Those are wonderful ways to get going with the heart chakra or get the heart chakra balanced. The throat chakra, it's your communication center. So one of my favorite things to do, I'm not good at it, but I do love it, is singing. We love music. We love dancing. We love singing. We love talking, telling stories. All of these things can definitely help with the vocal cords and your throat chakra. If you have trouble setting boundaries, if you are too loud or talk too much or too fast, like I do, listening could be a really good way to bring balance to that chakra. And it becomes this magical thing that you just all of a sudden feel just amazing. You now can set boundaries all because I chose to listen to people. Isn't that interesting how that works? The third eye is practicing visualization skills. Oh, neck rolls for the throat chakra. Visualization is a part of the third eye. In the last video, we talked about the location of the third eye and what that eye might actually be doing. And if it is too open, then just relax your eyes. It's just like us when, you go somewhere, let's say you're going to the eye doctor and he says, okay, blink several times and okay, so cover one eye or now close your eyes or open your eyes really wide. You're going to do the same thing, have that same energy intention to your third eye. So if you are highly intuitive and that energy is really causing a lot of chaos in your life, a lot of energy discord, then just gently close that eye. So go into that visual, close your eyes, move your eyes up into your eyebrows where you're just looking up, look at your third eye, see what it's doing. And remember in the last video, I'm like, well, if it's all erratic like that, then just calm the senses down. The third eye will do what you're asking of it. It will move to the of what it is that you want. If you want it to be open, if your eye is not open and you want to kind of tap into your intuition, then you can do that. If you need the eye to be shut because you're taking in too much and you're getting too many frequencies coming in, it's creating a lot of discord in your body, then you can close that eye. So these are things to really keep in mind. But again, you have to be aware, right? The next is to produce visually stimulating art. A lot of people say they're not creative. I always disagree with this because everyone is creative. Everyone can draw. Everyone can pick up a pen or a pencil. Everyone can put paint on a canvas. You might not do the art that person does or the art that this person does or in the way they do it or whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are producing something that is visually stimulating. It doesn't mean that you have to sell your art. It doesn't mean that it's going to be put up in in an art gallery or something, or maybe it will. Maybe you're amazing at it. But what matters is that you are using your faculties, your physical body, to produce something that is stimulating to you visually. This is a wonderful way to start connecting with your intuition because creativity comes down through the upper chakras and produces down through into the root chakra to give birth into this beautiful world. So doing anything that is engaging with that creativity is really going to help. And then the crown chakra is really introspection and breath work. So it's breathing, it's slowing your energy down, it's getting into the lower brainwave frequencies. It is going inward. It is bringing your awareness inside, and you will be opening that crown chakra like crazy. All right. The next is the spiritual ways, which is the combination of working with a physical item and that introspection. The root chakra, these are just some of the stones that you can use for the root chakra. And this is kind of a broad overview, just some of the popular stones that I've used in the past that a lot of my clients work with. I 100% love hematite. Red is my favorite color. I love the smell of sandalwood. I just lit some incense and it's just amazing. All of these things really ground me. You can also use sound therapy. You can chant the word loam, which is road. There's another one, I think it's lam, Lam. But it is, you can tell when you start chanting that word, if you really elongate and really, really push that energy out through your vocal cords, you can feel the vibration where that is located in your chakras if you're doing it right. Some of the scents is Nang Champa, frankincense, and sandalwood. Like I said, sandalwood is my favorite. Incense is by far my absolute 1000% favorite thing to do. And every time I'm recording, every time I come downstairs to work on my business, I am lighting incense because it grounds me. It gets me centered. It gets me connected to Mother Earth. I feel connected. I feel like I have a greater purpose. The words just flow straight out of my mouth. I feel like I'm really connecting with you. The sacral chakra, the gemstones are carnelian, moonstone, and citrine. You can also think of the chakras as their colors, right? So when the root, sacral, and solar are all grounded in the earth, so it's kind of the earth colors, not usually green, but they could be because they're all the earth tones. So brown, reds, oranges, yellows. And so you can always start there. That is typically the response. Now, black is another one that is for the root chakra. So hematite is black, obsidian, jet. Those are all black stones. Those can be for the root chakra as well. And so the sacral are all your orange colored stones. Moonstone is another one. It's a beautiful stone. It's not orange, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And citrine is more of a yellowy orange color. But again, it's a general idea. You can chant the word Vom. And even as I just say it, I can feel my sacral chakra. So if you like to sit in meditation, you can hold the stones, chant the words. You can light some of these incense. It really becomes a beautiful practice when we do this spiritual work. So you have the stones, chant the word, light the incense, and you will be well on your way. The gemstones for the solar plexus, tiger eye, malachite, which is unbelievably beautiful, and amber. So some of your yellowy colors, we have some beautiful tiger eye stones that we got in our chakra kits. If you're interested, we also have a storefront. It's an online store, The Meditation Room TC. And .com. And so we have chakra kits that come with cards. It comes with a bracelet. It comes with selenite, which is your charging stone, which helps to keep the energy of the stones, and it absorbs negative energy. It's a very powerful stone to have. And you get an extra rose quartz and a clear quartz, which is amazing to have. The clear quartz is basically your wild card. It can simulate the energy of any and all of the other chakra stones. And you get a big rose quartz, which is the heart chakra. Again, talking about the heart chakra is really opening the heart to elevate those other emotions. So visit themeditationroomtc.com, type in the search chakra kits, and you can see those chakra kits. And we have those for sale. You can chant the word Ah, as in father. And the scents are peppermint and lemongrass. Love, love, love. Actually, I have a candle right here that is lemongrass, and I 100% love it. The heart chakra, these are the gemstones, rose quartz. Now the heart chakra comes in at either green or pink. Sometimes, most of the time it's green. Sometimes it shows up pink for people. So it's rose quartz and a green aventurine. I'm not sure. Did I spell that wrong, really? Sure did. There we go. Look at that correction. Rose quartz and green aventurine, beautiful stones. Aventurine is a really beautiful stone. And, you could lay all the way down, put the rose quartz on your heart with the focus of that energy that is going to be helping that chakra to come back into balance while you chant the word yam, as in play. and light the incense or candle or essential oils of lavender, sage, or rose. Lavender, love. Sage, love. The throat chakra. The gemstones are turquoise, sodalite, amazonite, and you can chant the word E as in sleep. I should say not the word, the sound, E. Light eucalyptus, chamomile, or bergamot. Beautiful ways to open the throat chakra. The third eye is the gemstones lapis lazuli, amethyst, sodalite. You can chant Om or like I can immediately feel my energy go right up. The scents are rosemary, cedarwood, and also sage. The crown chakra is, the gemstone is clear quartz or amethyst. Remember, the crown chakra comes in at either white or purple color. Clear quartz is a wonderful stone to have anyway, which you do get in the chakra kit. But amethyst is a very, very popular stone. A lot of people start there, but they don't know why they start there. I would actually recommend that you start with the lower chakra energy. So tiger eye, hematite is a wonderful stone. I always recommend getting selenite. If you check out our kits, that'll tell you which stones I think you should start with. You can chant the word Aum as in, or Ing as in sing. Aum. It's really in that ow part. Aum. You have to try it. You have to try it. I can't be the only one chanting it in here. All right, the scents are lavender and cedarwood. Now, those are the spiritual ways. Energetically, this is all about intuition. This is all about using your thoughts to create your emotions, your visualization faculties, your intentions. This is what I teach in my Rise Up group coaching program. And it is these very powerful guided walkthroughs. It's these really powerful visualizations, none that you've ever experienced before. Nobody else is doing it. Trust me, I've looked, I've tried, I've even tried to collaborate with other coaches. They're not coaching in this way. It is very, 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 very powerful stuff. You want a magic wand? My Rise Up group coaching program is it. I can't say enough wonderful things and transformations that people are getting, these women are getting in my group. Affirmations with mala beads. If you don't know what mala beads are, these are mala beads. So they are a string of beads, usually with a tassel or a charm at the end, like that. There's 108 beads. These are my chakra stones. So when I'm balancing and working on my chakras, these are the beads that I use because there's stones on here for each chakra. So what I do is I pick my intention. What am I working on? If you're looking at the guide section in our Chakras for Beginners Facebook group, and the resources section, there is a video and a PDF that shows you how to use mala beads, as well as in our store, themeditationroomtc.com, we sell mala beads, and there's different beads for each chakra. We have ones that are like these that contain all stones for all chakras. Just depends on what you're working on and which ones you're drawn to. You come up with your intention. Let's say you want to heal the body. And so my goal is to heal the body. I create a visual of what it means to me to heal. If I'm healed, then what am I doing? I can run, I can play, I can ride my bike, I can go hiking, I can travel more, I feel better, I have more energy, I'm happier. What is your visual? And then what's your word that's going to go with that? And then which chakra are you going to work on? And maybe you're going to work on all of them. So what I do is then for each bead, I am repeating my mantra. Let's say if I'm going to heal, I'm just going to use one word. I'm going to say heal. I repeat my mantra. I'm rolling my beads through my hands. Again, there's a mala bead video in the Chakras for Beginners Facebook group in the guides section under resources. Okay. And then I say the word heal and I visualize my scene of myself being healed. Okay. And I continue to do that all the way around all 108 beads or gemstones. When I come near the end, then it becomes all about gratitude. We're moving that energy into the heart center, which we're going to be connecting the physical experience with the spiritual energy. So I want to bridge that gap there. So I want to heal my body. So I need to get up out of the physical and into the energy. And you're going to do that through the heart chakra. So as I do that and I'm visualizing and I get to the end, I'm expending gratitude. Thank you for this healing. Thank you for this healing over and over again. And I am feeling the gratitude in my body because I want to bridge the gap. I don't want to just repeat my affirmation 108 times and then not have anything happen. How do you know what's happening? You feel it. Your emotions, your heart center opens. And it's no different than when someone asks, what's it feel like to be in love? And someone says, you know when you know when you are. If you're asking me what it feels like for your heart to be open, you haven't done it yet. So I encourage you to do it. I encourage you to get a set of mala beads and start your practice, especially if you try to begin a meditation practice and you have the core excuses of, I can't focus, I can't sit still, I don't have time, and I fall asleep. Those are the 4 excuses that I hear and obstacles. If that is the case, a set of mala beads is going to help you. It takes 10 minutes to do a round of mala beads. How many of you have had a problem in here that you want to work on? That's everybody. How many of you have been dealing with that problem for like 1,000 years? That's everybody. How many of you know that meditation is going to help you solve that problem? And why haven't you started? It's one of those 4 excuses. It's one of those 4 obstacles. Mala beads began my meditation practice in 2013. It has been absolutely amazing. They work. It is completely transformational. It's worth every penny. And we have lots and lots of different mala beads from $25 to, I think, $125. They're amazing. They work. I can't say enough about it. If you are a beginner meditator, I highly, highly recommend it. Please visit www.themeditationroomtc.com. You will not be disappointed, I promise. Then you focus on that area to become unblocked. And then also I say energy coaching. So if this is something that you feel like you cannot do on your own, please reach out. I will be happy to help you in my meditation, in my group coaching program called Rise Up. You just have to reach out to me, say, hey, I'm interested. When's the next one start? Here's some where you do, now this is kind of the whole thing where you're going to kind of encompass the whole thing. You're going to do a grounding meditation, which I also have located in my podcast, my episodes, Life Mastery Decoded for women, though there are men listening. So feel free, if you are a man listening to this video right now, feel free to go check it out. You are welcome. Just know that I just gear my podcast episodes towards women, but I have some men who listen. Do a grounding meditation, meditate with sandalwood mala beads, and affirm I am safe and I belong here. These are just quick little snippets. You decipher out in the world what is going on, which chakra do I need to work on, and here's a little snippet of things that you can do to start working on that chakra. The sacral chakra, meditate near running water, meditate using a tiger eye mala bead or citrine, and affirm I seek and find joy in my life. The solar plexus, concentrate on the candle flame, meditate in the sunshine, which is one of my favorite things to do. Meditate with carnelian gemstone, affirm I am powerful. And that one, my friends, is going to turn crap around in your life. I promise you. The heart chakra, meditate with a partner or a group, which we do in my Rise Up program. Do a heart space meditation, which is actually not in that Facebook group anymore. I'm going to delete that out of there because it's not in there. But heart space meditation is located on my podcast. Sorry. There we go. It's a very, 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 very powerful meditation. I cannot say enough about it. It has healed immensely tough, difficult relationships. I will give you that. Listen, remember I say simple yet powerful. I do not give you any tools that I haven't done myself that don't get immediate, massive results. You just have to pay attention. You just have to do the work. And the work is very simple. You have to go inward. You have to think about your life. You have to take the lid off the possibilities. You have to level your life up a little bit. You might have to sit for a few minutes and go inward and be patient with yourself, but it's worth it. 1,000% worth it. Do the heart space meditation, which is located on the podcast, and use mala beads that are rose quartz, and affirm I allow love and deep connections into my life. Now, notice I'm not saying I am love or I'm allowing. I am open to the idea of, I am in the flow of. You're going to use those words that move you forward. And if you want to know a little bit more about using words to create emotions, again, I'm just going to defer back to my podcast. There's over 300 episodes in there, but there's one that says what to say when you talk to yourself, or the art. I think there's one that's the art of words. I don't remember if I named it that or not, but it's like what to say when you talk to yourself. It's really, really powerful and really important to understand how your words are shaping your life. The throat chakra, concentrate on the throat area, meditate with Tibetan singing bowls, and affirm, I seek and speak the truth. The third eye, meditate with visually stimulated guided meditations. So I use like story meditations. There's a really, really good one. It's called The Grove. I use Insight Timer as well, and you can type in like stories or meditation stories and get those walkthroughs that are very stimulating. Those are quite guiding. So use those. And you can meditate with sodalite mala beads and affirm, I trust my intuition. Energetically unblock the crown chakra. Meditate with clear quartz or amethyst mala beads. Meditate on universal connection and affirm, I am a spiritual being in a physical body with a purpose. And that pretty much wraps up our 3-part series of this video series. I really, really hope that you got something valuable of this from these courses, from these videos. And I really hope that I have helped to broaden your awareness, to encourage you to go inward and to start to play with the energy that is within. Again, I can't express enough how much it has changed my life and my business. And I have found the family that I've always wanted. And I have the health, the relationships, the business, the finances. I mean, everything has really come into alignment as soon as I begin this work. And the best part is it was fast. When I really started focusing and trusting in this process, and I kept learning, because it took me a long time to find those right tools. But when I kept learning and I found the things that were working and I kept doing it, my life really shifted quickly. Here's just the last little slide. You can take a picture of this or a screenshot of this. Our store is themeditationroomtc.com. That's where you can check out the chakra kits and the mala beads. I 1000% recommend it. My podcast is Life Mastery Decoded. Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. Go to where you listen to podcasts and type it in. My group coaching program is called Rise Up. It's a 12 to 16 week program. It just depends on which one I'm running. It all has the same tools. It just depends on how the group wants. We want to do weekly or bi-weekly calls, but it is a community of women going together, working together, and really supporting each other on the healing journey. So I highly recommend that you check this out, because if you are dealing with something physical, emotional pain that you've been dealing with for years and years, medication and therapists and counseling, and it just isn't working, this works. And I want you to trust me. And I have lots of testimonials about it that are just phenomenal. Women who have healed their body, that for 30 years they were in therapy and physical therapy and couldn't get full range of their shoulder or their joints, or they have headaches for years, or whatever the thing may be, that now they go through my program and it is gone. Anxiety, depression, gone. Panic attacks, gone. Grief, gone. Feeling the sense of being alone, gone. Sadness, anger, frustration, all getting ironed out and creating a life that they really, really want to live. I really appreciate you joining me. I hope that you listen to the whole thing. Please post below wherever you're seeing this video, whether YouTube or in our Chakras for Beginners group, and share with me your stories, your struggles, your successes, because I'd love to hear them. I'd love to be a part of your journey. I really appreciate you being with me wherever that is, and I hope to see you in person one day or in our group one day, sharing your story with me. So take care, and I will see you next time.